Hi guys, welcome back to The Wargamer, and in this video we're going to be looking at some more X-Wing releases. This time we're going to be focusing on the Scurrg H6 bomb, and we can see it here in its packaging. So let's get this opened up and take a look at the contents inside. So here we have the contents of the bomb, and you can see here we've got two movement dials, one for the Rebels and one for Scum. Now this is because this ship can be used for either, so they actually give you two movement dials based around those two factions. We also get some bomblet tokens, ID tokens, a focus token, critical damage token, stress token, and 5 shield tokens as well. In addition to that, we also get some of the bases. So we get a single Rebel base, and we get two double-sided Scum bases as well. So that's the tokens looked at. Let's move on to some of the cards. The next set of cards that we have are the actual ship cards themselves. We get a single Rebel Alliance card, which is the Captain Nim, and we also get a Captain Nim card for the Scum and Villainy as well. Now these pretty much are the same. You can see all the stats for this particular ship are the same. It's got fairly mediocre damage output for a ship this size. Speed's fairly low, but shields and hull points are actually fairly high. But this ship, its main kind of strength comes in its bomblet generator, which we're looking at shortly. But first of all, we have the special rules of Captain Nim and in his Rebel Alliance form, and also his Scum and Villainy form. So basically, in his Scum and Villainy form, we can ignore friendly bombs, and if a friendly ship is defending, if the attacker measures range through a friendly bomb token, the defender must add a -1 to the result. Now this is basically quite an interesting way, because you can kind of dominate the actual battlefield by placing your bombs, more so than just having them a threat where they can actually damage the opponents. Now the Captain Nim, as for the Rebel Alliance, has a slightly different variation on that rule, so to do with bombs again, but this time he can prevent a friendly bomb from detonating. Now this is quite useful. It can be used in a couple of different situations. For example, if you deploy a bomb and the opponent that you were expected to fly into it doesn't, you can prevent that bomb from detonating and save it for another turn. So it just stops the bomb from being wasted, and it persists as a continuous threat on the battlefield then. Alternatively, if this ship or another friendly ship is about to move over the path of a bomb that this particular ship or another ship is deployed, then you can prevent that from exploding on a friendly ship. So quite interesting little special rules there. So the rest of them we have here is Sol Sixer, which is another bomb-related special rule. So when dropping a bomb, you may use the left one distance or the right one distance template instead of the one straightforward template. A bit more maneuverability when you're deploying your bombs. We have Lock Revenant here, which doesn't have any special rules, as long with the Karthak Pirate as well. So that's the ship cards looked at. Let's move on to some of the upgrade cards. So next up we have our upgrade cards, and we do actually get quite a few of these, and this is actually the first one that we're looking at. This is the most interesting. This is a bomblet generator. It takes up a bomb slot, as you can see there, and this basically allows you to drop a bomblet every time you basically move your ship, so you pretty much get unlimited bombs. It basically sets away one distance away from your ship at the beginning of your movement, so before you reveal your dial, you drop a bomb and then maneuver your ship that way. So it's a nice way of putting lots of bombs on the battlefield, and you can really use this to take out ships that are chasing you, or to block off certain areas of the battlefield from your opponent. Next up we have Lightning Reflexes. It allows you to initiate a 180-degree maneuver, and that's an elite card. We also have Minefield Sapper. This is another bomb-related upgrade card, and there's quite a few of them in this actual set of upgrade cards. This basically allows you to discard the bomb upgrades that you have attached to your ship, and place them anywhere outside of range 3 of your ship before the actual game begins. We have a Synced Turret. It allows you to fire at opponents outside of your turret range, your firing arc, and that's a weapon system. We have torpedoes. We have 2 cruise missiles as well. We have Cad Bane, which is a crew member. You see there. Now this particular character allows you to can only be used on Scum ships, and allows you to basically give a ship which doesn't have the bomb slot a single bomb slot, and also changes the dice rolls as well when you're actually using your bombs. We have R4E1, allows you to perform your torpedo and bomb upgrade cards even if you're stressed. Again, another helpful card for this bomber. And finally we also have Havoc, which is this title card. Now this basically allows you to gain a systems and an astromech slot. However, you do lose a crew slot, so it's basically a way of increasing your damage output by using sync turrets, and also the astromech that come in this set as well. So these cards can actually be used in other sets as well, not just this particular one. But out of all these cards, the bomblet generator is probably the most iconic of this set. And if you're using other bombers, such as some of the TIE bombers, things like that, and this card will be very useful for them. So that's the cards and the tokens looked at. Let's move on to the miniature itself. And here we have the Scurrg bomber in question. Now, as you can see, it's a really nice miniature to look at. The paintwork is fantastic. We've got the chipped and damaged paintwork effect. It's really nice, especially for these Rebel and Scum ships. Now, in terms of its size, it's quite a hefty ship, which is typical for a bomber class. A lot of the bombers in X-Wing are a lot larger than a fighter equivalent. I would actually say that's roughly twice the width of a TIE fighter or an equivalent ship. Now, another interesting fact about the ship is that it saw service during the Clone Wars, which explain the colourings that you see. We have that typical cream and maroon colour, which is often associated with a lot of Republic ships of the time. So that concludes this quick look at the Scurrg H6 bomber. Overall, it's a really nice miniature to look at, and it's great because it can be used by both Scum and also Rebel players as well. The upgrade cards that it comes with are also really interesting, especially that bomblet generator. It's really going to change how you use your bombers in X-Wing. Whether or not you're using this particular one, or whether or not you're going to be applying those upgrade cards to your other bombers, you can find lots of uses for them and lots of tactical depth about area denial and also ending dogfights before they even begin. So if you're looking to pick one of these ships up for yourself, their RRP is about £22.99, so about £23, which isn't bad considering the size of the ship. It's much bigger than some of the regular fighters such as the X-Wing and the TIE fighters. It also comes with a whole host of weapon upgrades and also the ship cards as well, not to mention the 2 movement dials that you get for using it in both Scum and Rebel forces as well. Now, if you enjoyed this quick look at this X-Wing vehicle, please do let me know in the comments below. I don't do many of these reviews anymore, but I do really like the X-Wing ship, so expect to see more of these type of videos for X-Wing in the future. So with that, the only thing left to say is thanks for watching, and goodbye.